got some action today.
Cracking.
James, can I ask you first, what do you make of the way that this guy has probably been the best at defending Jokic this season thus far? What have you seen with the big matchup in the series?
It's a variety of things. Zubac is able to contest with his size. He's been playing against him for a very long time, so he knows pretty much his tendencies and what Joker likes to do. He's a tough cover, but I think Zoo does an unbelievable job on him, contesting the shot and matching his physicality in the post.
James, when the All-Star game was going around, you had mentioned how much of an honor it would be to get selected, and you obviously were able to go and be represented in that way. Similar question this time around, what would it mean for the season that you put together, what you've done with this team, the expectations that this team had to make an All-NBA team?
Of course, it's always an honor to be one of the top 15 players in the league. For me, I think the individual accolades is great, but I think for me, or the entire team, we got one goal. So, of course, if I'm selected, it's an honor. I'm grateful for it. But I've been having so much fun with this team, man. Where the ultimate goal for us is to be the last team standing. So, that'd be even more of an accomplishment. Y'all know Zoo here too, right?
I'm just security.
We talked to him on Sunday though. Well, I was going to ask, you guys talk about ending the season playing well, playing at a high level. It's easier said than done. But now that you guys have done that, what do you think that you have to do heading into the playoff series against the other teams?
Boost for us. You know what I mean? Like I think we know who we are. Like defensively, we have to be great every single night, and then offensively, it can be any one of us that got it going. You know what I mean? Like to where Zook can post ups or Wide and Norm or myself or Bogey. So for us, I think the game is going to dictate who got it going. You know what I mean? Defensively, I think that's the most important thing is us making sure we locked in on that side of the basketball.
Chris is obviously going to be a big part of what you guys do, but talk about a little bit about what he did on Sunday against Steph. I know Steph got his, but what does it say about him that Steph got his own, but Steph just had to work for every single day?
Yeah, I mean, this is the league. You know what I mean? Like, the best players are gonna make shots. They're gonna make it, but you can't get too low. You can't get too high. You got to be even kill. And for us, I think we were resilient. He made shots, and we just kept our composure, and ultimately we came here to win. So in the playoffs, it's gonna be ups and downs. You know what I mean? Whether you're up 1-0, 2-0, or you're down 0-2. You know what I mean? So you got to be even killed. You got to continue to do your job at the highest level, and you live with the results.
So you've had a career year across the board. You've had a career year across the board. What has it meant for you to have James be a part of that?
Means a lot. He's part of it, of course. I don't think any of this would be possible without my teammates and James leading that. He's been really good for all of us on the team. He's setting everyone up. He communicates. He got all the experience in the world. Got a lot of stuff we learned from him, and none of this would be
testament to his work.
None of this would be possible without James.
I was going to ask you that, but from the time you first played against him, now being a teammate, how much have you seen him grow?
Oh my God, night and day. I feel sorry.
That's crazy.
Be more specific.
Go ahead,
just the experience, man. Like, being on the court, you get the experience, and for him, like he works, jump hooks, defensively, body positioning, defensively helping the guys out, like both sides of the ball. He's grown into an elite big in this league, and I don't think anybody saw that coming. Honestly, I don't even think he saw it coming, but he's grown so much, and he's only going to continue to get better, which is the scary part.
Zoo, I know it's been 5 years since you played them in the playoffs, but is there anything you could take from that series into the tournament? It's been too long.
No, I was 22. I'm a way different player now, and all the experience I got now is going to be a lot different on both sides. So I don't think you can take much from that series.
Jack, what's the most exciting thing for you about being in the playoffs? When you've been playing in this league now for all these years?
Another opportunity to reach the goal, the ultimate goal. you don't really take it for granted. You know what I mean? Like a lot of guys don't get an opportunity to make the playoffs. So for me, I don't ever take it for granted. You know, each game, each possession is different. You know, each series is different. So you just take it one game at a time and literally, like I said, you don't get too high, you get too low. But another opportunity for me and to do something special.
How does the collaboration change now that you're in the playoffs with the coaching staff specifically?
What you mean?
You mentioned before that a big part of how you want to feel connected to what your role is working with the coaches and everything. How does that change?
Everything is aligned. You know what I mean? Like I feel like the coaching staff to our team, like we've been so connected this entire year. We're peaking at the right time. So, you know, Saturday can't come soon enough.
James, I want to give you your flowers first off for overcoming all the adversity you've been through since the beginning. If you can go back in time to talk to your past self just entering the draft, what would you say?
That's a good question. Honestly, I really didn't know how hard you had to work. You know what I mean? Like in the sacrifice that you had to do to be able to be standing where I'm standing. If that makes sense. So like, you know, a lot of guys make it to the NBA. You know what I mean? And then it's another thing to, you know, stick in the NBA and then to be playing 16 years and then at the highest level. Like there's so many different variables that go into it to where you gotta be a different type of breed. And for me, I just had the mindset to, you know, whether it's coming off the bench or, you know, taking a role, a step back in my role, whatever the case may be, it just, you know, finding joy in the game and loving it and continue to push even when things aren't looking like they're the best.
This team itself is a lot of really good isolation players.
Yeah.
People getting their own buckets. Do now. Like, where does that even, like, in a playoff series, when it comes to a half-court game, how does that help you?
Because after game, first of all, man, like we're going over Denver. Denver knows us, we know them. After game 2-3, you make the adjustments. All right, the plays don't matter no more. You know what I mean? It's about one-on-one, go get a bucket. You know, who's guarding who. And, you know, for us, you know, we got a handful of guys that can do that. You know what I mean? Obviously, two in the post. Myself, Bob, we got a lot of guys that can, you know, create opportunities. So for me, it's not even, you know, obviously creating my own shot, but getting opportunities to, you know, get other guys involved too. So I think that's what we separate ourselves.
What do you look forward to defensively? Like being on the floor on this team, what excites you about the defense and your role?
Yeah.
No, it's not for me.
Just knowing that I got him behind me, you know what I mean, that have my back, and you know other guys, obviously KD and, you know, Y and DJ, like our entire team. I mean, like I said, so connected this entire year. Like it makes it fun. You know what I mean, knowing somebody got your back and then offensively, you know, just sharing the basketball, you know, seeing Zoop get 20s and 20s, that's exciting. You know what I mean? That's like, you know what I mean? It's a different feeling.
James, you guys haven't seen the Nuggets, you know, since January 8th. Other than how different, you know, are you guys seeing you guys self on the tape?
Completely different team. Completely different team. You know? I don't even know who's playing. You know, we played them, but I just know our team is different. We got, you know, we added Bogey, added, you know, Ben, Wyatt, healthy. It's a completely different team.
There's been some prominent people in the last couple of days who said they're either voting for you for most improved or, you know, all NBA. When you hear that from people who do have votes, what does that mean to you?
It meant a lot. I was never in any conversation about any awards, so just to be in a conversation and being able to have a chance at one of those means a lot. It came a long way, and just motivation to push even harder, even harder.
Are you mindful of the fact that team success often leads to individual recognition like that?
Yeah, of course. None of this would be possible if the team wasn't playing good. If the guys weren't playing well, if we weren't winning games, none of this would be possible. And each one of us knows that, and we all know if we play good, we all look good. So that's all that matters.
The fact that you guys have like 4 players that can literally take over games with Norman and Kawhi and James and yourself, Does that guy give you guys an advantage over many teams that you have so many different players that can actually take over a game?
We got different weapons, and I wouldn't go to war with anyone else but these guys. James, Kawhi, Nolan, Bogey, DJ, Katie, all the guys on the team. They are dogs, you know, both ends of the floor. We've been doing it all year, and we're
Good opportunity.
We've seen the on-court chemistry building over the last whole month. When you have a game like Sunday, the words are not doing that. You got to get the small ball pick and roll. Chris finds a floater once, and he finds you for a while. Like, do those experiences, like, are you still learning to play with each other in those different situations where you get a zone thrown at you in the fourth quarter like that?
We've seen pretty much every defense. You know what I mean? So I think it's us just recognizing what defense they're in, and then like, all right, this is what they're doing. This is how we capitalize off of it. And like the sooner and the quicker we do it, like, now the team's got to adjust to something else. And at that point, we got them. So you know, it's about just executing for us, not turning the basketball over and getting back in position. Those are the two things. But we've seen every defense, so nothing really surprises us.
After the Warriors game, Steph spoke really highly of you and just talked about how far back you guys go. He talked about you guys kicking it in college with Jeff Teague and 09 and whatnot. Just what can you say not only about the longevity that you two guys have, but you mentioned a little bit, still being at a really high level in 2025.
That's what it's about, man. Like, year 16 Steph is obviously Steph. Like, what he's been able to accomplish his entire career, it's unbelievable. Like, we're all witnessing like real greatness. But the battles, the Warrior teams, man, I had to go against it's probably the reason why I still haven't got a championship yet. But you know, what he's been able to do his entire career is unbelievable. Like, I'm happy to be a part of something like that.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, James.
That's easy. That's what it is.
Let's get ready for Hoop Jab.